So I want to go over some of the principles I use to build dashboards like this in Excel. It's a lot easier than you might expect. So this all starts by blocking out your design, and we do that using shapes. It's important to think about shapes here, just like you do in PowerPoint, as being layered. If we look at the design here, we've got our background shape and then more shapes layered on top of that. That's what creates the effects we have here. So it's a gray rectangle with darker rectangles layered on top, and then my sections layered on top of that. Once we've got that, we have to start labeling our data and adding in our text. So under Insert tab, you'll see a text option over here. We just drop those in. And now when we have dynamic metrics, like metrics that need to update when the metric changes, what we're doing is we're just hitting equals in the formula bar when our text is selected, and then selecting the cell we want it to look at. And then it'll update whenever that cell updates. That's how we get these cool dynamic metrics that allow us to do things like filtering our dashboard down to individual regions and stuff. That dynamic text is really important. All right, last but not least, we have to start adding in visualizations, right? That's like the most important thing here. So we're going to create a separate tab for this because we're using pivot charts. And under the Insert tab, you have a pivot chart option. Always name your tables. My table is named Sales in this case. And what this is going to do is it's going to let us select things. Let's select, how about region? And let's say we want to see, I don't know, profit by region. Awesome. So it has generated this pivot chart. And if we want to change this to a different type of chart, we just click our chart, go to the Design tab, and then hit Change Chart Type. Let's say we want to do a horizontal bar. Great, now we've got a horizontal bar. Now, it's important we leave our data in this tab, but we're going to cut and paste this. So, Control X, cut it, Control X to cut it, and then we're going to go over to our dashboard, and let's say we want to paste it over. What this is going to do is it's going to give us a chart over here where we want it, and leave the data that's going to be moving around and changing and all that stuff in a separate tab so it doesn't make things messy. And then we just do some basic styling here. We want to remove our background color, remove any line, click in, change our fonts to something that matches our background so you can actually read it. So I'm just doing this quickly. In real life, you'd want to go a little bit more in depth on this. And then you've got yourself a chart that's going to update automatically according to the data in that pivot table. Now here's where it gets cool. You have that pivot table, right? And what you can do is then start adding slicers. So when you've clicked into a pivot table under the Insert tab, you're going to have a slicer option. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you a filter that you can click that will then update that table according to whatever your selection is. That's what we've done in this dashboard to create the ability to drill down like this. So you stack all that stuff together and you can start creating really amazing things. If you're scared of the visual design element, I just suggest getting sample templates and starting there. Look at somebody else's example and then just deconstruct it. I have a newsletter exactly for that where I just send out free templates to get you started and kind of help you figure it out. This is one of the templates I actually sent out on that newsletter. But if you don't want to do that, just Google it. Google free dashboard templates or whatever, find a cool example you like, and then just start picking apart each piece, seeing like, hey, how is this styled? How is this customized? How are these shapes laid out? And you're going to pick up on this stuff really fast. Like it seems crazy, it seems really difficult, but just with a little bit of practice, you're gonna get it in no time. And you probably have most of these skills already. Both the visual design stuff from something like PowerPoint and the actual data stuff, if you've used pivot tables before, figuring out pivot charts is not very difficult. So like you probably have most of those skills already. And thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Me and Mo here say bye.